Gary, given last weekend's performance, have you seen a positive reaction in training this week?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I think from the first game against Leeds to the second game against Brentford, I think there were some improvements. There was certainly not enough that we were hoping for. But again, I think you have to sometimes focus on some of the positives and try and just keep trying to improve, as quickly as that is or as slowly as that is. So we certainly worked hard this week. Had a very physically challenging week, and what we've tried to really do is to get some of those basics right, and make sure that we've got a little bit better base to start from. So yeah, it's been a good work in terms of the effort from the players and the diligence in the players to take on board the ideas, and we'll take that into the next game with the same enthusiasm that we have done for the first two.
One of the positives there must be the fact that Benicophobe's up and running. He's got 2 goals in his first 2 games.
Yeah, look, I mean, everyone told me about how goals were a scarcity last season, albeit in a higher league. And obviously Bennett we brought in because we feel he's got the capability of scoring sort of 20 plus goals. So, he scored 2 and 2. Doesn't matter how those goals come. If you're a striker, penalty and going off your backside and going off anything, he still has to. The second goal, he still has to read the situation. He still has to gamble that the defender's not going to make the right pass back to the goalkeeper. So it's an opportunistic goal for me, and that's what good strikers do. So yes, it was a little bit of a gift on paper, but he's had to work to get into that position. So we're pleased with that, and that's good for his confidence. And I think within the 2, poor team performances, I think there's been some bright individual performances. I think Ashley Williams coming in has looked very, very calm. I think Tom Ince, I have to say, Tom Ince for me has been our best player in both the games. So again, I think there's been some positives, but of course we want to add to that.
Saturday's obviously the first of 3 games in a week. Does that come into your thinking in terms of your team selection over the course of the week?
Not at the moment, no, it doesn't. No, I think what comes into my consideration is that we want to try and win Saturday's game against another difficult opponent. I think we've played 2 very good sides so far in Leeds and Brentford. Very organised sides with good synergy because they've played together for a little while. And Preston will be the same. So it's places like that you've got to go there and you've got to do all the sort of ugly side of the game that we need to do first, and then you have to try to work hard enough so that your quality shines through. But it'll be another difficult game. But I think the key for us really is to go and try and put a better performance in overall, get a better result, and then we'll worry about Wednesday's game after Saturday.
In terms of injuries, how is everyone shaping up? Because obviously Bruno Martins only came off at the weekend.
Yeah, Bruno's not trained yet, so it looks as though he'll probably be, or he's certainly a doubt for the weekend. We've got 2 or 3 little niggles, but hopefully nothing that'll keep people from being available to play.
You mentioned obviously Ashley Williams came on to replace him at the weekend. Is he somebody that comes into your thinking?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think Ash is the next one in. I spoke to him when he first came to the club and said he might have to be a little bit patient because the 2 have got the shirt. Obviously he's been given it opportunistically, and what you have to do then is you have to then go and be ready to take it, and I think what he's done is he's done enough to take that shirt, and I think then we've got other players pushing behind. I think I have to say once again, I think young Harry Souters showed all the attributes to be a very, very good centre back. And I certainly wouldn't have an awful lot of fear if he had to step in and start a game.
In terms of your squad, are you still hoping to add to that, and will anybody likely come in before the weekend?
Yeah, again, hopefully, but we've been hoping to add to it, and of course some of these deals are not easy to do, and I'm also mindful of the fact that I can't just sign players and that to be the solution. We're obviously working very hard with the existing players. We're working very hard to find a good balance within the players that we've got, and we also appreciate that the reality is some of those players will probably end up leaving the building before the transfer window, the loan window shuts. So, but we are still trying to add in key areas. We're still trying to find the right balance for the team.
In terms of Saturday, I think there's over 3,000 fans already expected to go, and you'll be looking to reward them. Yeah,
that's brilliant. Again, the following in the first game against Leeds was fantastic. I thought the home support was very, very good as well. And we'll be looking to give them a little bit more again. I think we've Certainly in the Brentford game, I don't think necessarily we were short on effort. I just felt as though we were a little bit stretched as a team, and again, we just haven't quite found that championship balance yet, or some of the players still haven't found, they're settled into championship life, but we need to do that very quickly. And what we want to do is, if a crowd are prepared to, put their monies in the pockets to go and support the team away from home, then we certainly want to make sure that they've got something to be cheerful about and warrant that expense. So yeah, we want to put a good performance in for the fans.